Hey everybody, it's Jamie here and a very warm welcome to your travel blog Jamie. It's the third and final part of our cruise on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander. Make sure you've already seen parts 1 and 2 where I talked about dress codes, drinks menus, costs and packages, all the food reviewed, all the entertainment you can expect to enjoy on board, what I got up to in Key West, and finally how I spent our sea day as we head towards Cozumel, Mexico. Coming up today, it's anchors away as we explore all venues on Margaritaville at Sea Islander. I'll show you all the facilities and the activities you can get up to during a port day and a sea day. With this much to do, did I get around to having my next tattoo? You'll find out. I'll talk you through the benefits of being a suite guest, give my first impressions of my breezy balcony cabin. We'll enjoy a sail-away party from Tampa, Florida, and a very close call. I'll show you all the restaurants on board, the menus, what's included in your cruise fare, what's extra, every plate of food reviewed, and a few accolades along the way. We'll look at drinks menus and costs, and the kind of drinks packages on offer. I'm pretty well known for being critical of cruise ship entertainment, so how did I find things on board Islander? Hold on to your hats, and violins. We'll talk turn-down services and towel art. The girls and I are invited to an exclusive and trial wine tasting event. The lowdown on dress code on board. Some of your in-room dining options. You're coming with us for a day on the island of Cozumel, Mexico. I'll also show you the excursions on offer during this cruise and the prices. Finally, our farewells and the disembarkation process. All this and much more, including our final reflections of this cruise. Is it really the worst cruise line at sea? Let's find out. Welcome to day 4, Cozumel, Mexico. Over the last day, we've sailed 696 kilometers from Key West. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to Cozumel, Mexico. We made it. Oh my goodness, I just realized, look at the ocean. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. This is what balconies were made for. Priorities. Mexican life force. What a great start to the morning. Well, I've got some potatoes, scrambled egg, cheese, caramelized onion, and what is called an English muffin here. This looks like it could be an interesting spicy sauce. There's no way on the planet I'll be able to eat all that. I'll have a go. As always, I'll be using this very handy in-food graphic to rate every plate of food whilst cruising on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander. Oh, that's really good. Very well seasoned potatoes. The scrambled egg is nice and light and fluffy. There's almost like a hollandaise sauce underneath on the English muffin. And that's like some sort of chipotle dip. Or delish. Alrighty, it is excursion time. Think catamarans, snorkeling, beach life. That is what we're doing. Oh, and here's a look at the excursions on offer here in Cozumel, Mexico. Don't forget that in addition to the short excursions offered here by the cruise line, there are also plenty of other options. When you first disembark the ship, you'll find a line of kiosks along the pier where you'll be able to book excursions last minute. Taxi drivers and tour guides will also be available ashore. Don't forget sites like Viator and Get Your Guide. You can often book things last minute. Plus, if you fancy a day in a resort, just search Cozumel Resort Passes. Let's do this. Alrighty, the meeting point for my excursion is the theatre. I'm just making an entrance and off we go. Oh, icon. Currently the world's largest ship next to our little dinky thing. This size comparison is hilarious. We've got kiosks here on the quay with last minute trips, excursions. We may well be in the presence of a record breaker, but this is Margaritaville's key, I'm telling you. Ooh, tequila a go-go.
So my friends arrived. The only thing you get
not too far to walk to our catamaran. Here we are. This is one busy boat. Vámonos. Venga. Down, down, down we go. I'm watching my head. Thank you. Ooh. In we go. Nice temperature. Of course it is. Here come the girls. Well, there's a bit of a current out here. Good job. I've got my fins on. Paddle, 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 paddle. Let's go. Next stop. Cheers. Welcome to Fury Beach, folks. So it's just our boatload here, which is perfect. There's a lot of us on the boat, but more than enough loungers. And you're damn right I'm doing that. This ain't too shabby, is it? In spite of the large number of passengers on our boat, there are plenty of loungers and umbrellas here. Ooh, maybe this is where I end up getting my tattoo. Well, this is much improved on the snorkeling experience. The issue with the snorkeling trip is that we only had a small radius to swim in, and so many of us, it was just a bit chaotic for my liking. Still fun, but chaotic fun. This is more like it. Scotcho! We got souvenir stores. Yes, there are bathrooms and showers. Burgers. Fury's Bar. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Which are the best cigars?
Oh, there's a massage tent as well. Awesome. Kayaks and paddle boards. That is bloody Anson. I kid you not. Oh, blissful. Whew. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's do this water course. I made it to the first platform. Through we go. This is fun. Slip-slopping around. It's a slippery slope, my darlings. And we got waves. No, no. I'm just gonna head for the big one, you know? I know you want me to do the big one. I know you do. I made it. Just need to get down now. Ho-ho. Here we go. I'm a bit worried about this. Woohoo! Woo. I thought I was going to drown then. Well, that was good fun. Good workout as well. Health, 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 darlings. Okay, back to shore. Okay, my bad. No food included, but drinks, yes. Make sure you fill your boots before you come on this trip, that's for sure. They do sell burgers, however, but that's it. So $12 for a burger. Nah, mate. We had about 35 minutes of snorkeling and 1 hour 30 here at this beach. Let's go to the bar. Cheers. Ice, baby. Not a bad trip, not bad value, but I think there's better out there. Crowded boat, crowded snorkeling. I just prefer something a little bit more intimate. We're back, babies, we're back. Well, this is certainly a colourful port, isn't it? I think we should go and explore. Tequila a go-go. Lively, colourful, vibrant, yes. Well, it's all on your doorstep if you want it. And look how beautiful the sea is here. I spy a Senor Frogs. You can hear it from here as well. The girls have told me 1,000 times the name of these chairs. Is it Adirondack? Is that right? Oh, I do enjoy a Ron John surf shop. Well, in case you were wondering, yes, you can buy tequila here. There's a ton of it. They have a small supermarket and drugstore here, by the way, folks. And would you look at that? That is cray cray. I have to say, I'd love to go on Icon of the Seas one day. Yes, Margaritaville at sea. Comfort zone, I love it. I'm home, babies, I'm home. Oh, look at today's towler. He really is chilling. Well, a few people have messaged me online to say they really didn't like Cozumel. I think it's a beautiful part of coastline here. But if you're not going to leave the port area, you're not going to see much other than, you know, Partyville. All right, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? That is what I reckon. Wow, that I think might be the real deal. A salad bar as well next to the grill. Help yourself. Oh look, we got mushrooms and caramelized onions as well. Okay, the girls and I were talking and we agreed these are the best fries at sea. Period. Just so you know. Secret recipe. Now then, I'm not really one for burgers, but I had to try a cheeseburger in paradise. It looks great. Okay, that is definitely the best burger I've ever had on any cruise ship. The burger has been smashed and griddled beautifully. It's charred around the outside. Wow, really very good. Bigger than my head. Quick trip to the Port of Indecision and the coffee shop. That the crew now know what I drink. I didn't even have to ask for this. Don't tell me you don't know what this is. Plenty of lounges down there in the adults only area, or you could just hop over to Icon. The 5 o'clock summer pool area also has lounges available, and the land shark pool area also has availability. Oof, I need to lie down. I'm so tired. I can't believe how much I've done over the last 2 weeks on this road trip. It's going to catch up with me at some point, isn't it? Wow. Gotcha. I am tired though. I'm going to have a nano nap of like 10 minutes. That's 5, by the way. I know that. My other hand's holding the phone. Vámonos. Adios, Mexico. It's time to get spruced up for the evening. That is perfect. I could stay here all night, I think. Right, I'm ready to hit the town. I've got my new Margaritaville at Sea t-shirt on as well. Maybe Melissa will film the back so you can see what it's like. I think it's fabulous. It's lovely. I'll tell you what else is lovely. The Gulf of Mexico. Gorgeous. Push the Matthew. Push the Matthew. This is where I reckon I'll find the girls. The Bubbles Up menu is in a box. Apparently I have to have a smoky, bubbly type cocktail. It's good for content, Melissa Lipa says. We're Bubbles Up. Oh yes, thank you. That is one big bubble. Oh! Oh! You don't have it in baggage? Is that awesome?
That was good.
Good content. My new manager, by the way, is coming over to the UK, aren't you?
Give me that work visa.
Alrighty, let's have a look at some of the cocktails here in the Hemisphere Bar. Don't forget, prices are in dollars and inclusive of the 20% service charge. It's Islander dinner time. Fish, 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 everywhere fish. We love this table. We love this table. Alrighty, folks, here's the opening act. The headliners. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit wobbly, aren't I? We just had a bit of rolling. Special appearances, of course, those come at a supplement. Your encore. I don't know if I've mentioned actually, if you want another entree headliner, you need to pay $7. And our special sweet menu. What is tickling your fancy and fancying your tickles? I literally blend in with the menus here as well. I think I could work here. Mussels, steamers for mother. You can keep those. Ooh, Caribbean egg rolls. I'm very excited. I'm a huge fan of an egg roll. I can't quite believe this is a starter. The coconut rice with the vegetable curry is huge. Okay, so those are not my favorite egg rolls. Just very cheesy, chickeny, and I was hoping for a bit more veg in those. Just lacking flavor a little. Alrighty, Caribbean cauliflower soup. Well, in spite of that being called a Caribbean cauliflower soup, I feel like it's quite a traditional cauliflower soup, which actually I'm quite pleased about. It's quite Moorish, a little bit creamy. Yeah, and the cauliflower comes through nicely. All right, Melissa's gone with the flat iron steak, which is served on a bed of, is that polenta or mash?
Mash.
Mash, lovely. And a few veggies. Mother's gone with the Yucatan fish with rice and...
Coconut rice.
Coconut rice, get that right, Jamie. And I'm really outside of my comfort zone. I've ordered the porchetta, which has braised cabbage and potatoes. All right, so that was my least successful dish, and you know, our serve did warn me, didn't he, that it wasn't going to be crispy, and I thought, oh, it doesn't sound like my sort of thing, but I thought I'd try it. I just feel like everything needs to be cooked more. Like, I want these potatoes to be charred, I want dark greens, we want crackling on this pork. Yeah. All right, Melissa has the piña colada. Is that you hiccuping?
Sorry.
I'm going to leave that in. Piña colada, lush. Mother has the 48-hour bread and butter pudding. Oh, look at that trickling down there. Is that caramel?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, let's bunker and hunker down for the evening, eh? My cabin attendant, Owen, is working hard. Got another piece of towel. I'm sure this. Oh, jeez, no! I was going to say, I'm sure that's an elephant. Oh my goodness me! And look at this. Been invited to a premium wine tasting event tomorrow. That's super kind, and yes, I absolutely accept. Also being invited to a bridge tour tomorrow. My goodness me, aren't we being looked after well? Oh, folks, it is storming on that horizon. Told you so. Tomorrow is our last full day here on board Margaritaville at sea, and I think it's going to be a good one. Going to get my beauty sleep. Oh, talking of which, to that person online who said I shouldn't show my face as much in my vlogs, I've got something for you. Good night. Love all of you apart from that idiot. Welcome to day 5. It's a sea day as we head from Cozumel back to Tampa, Florida. Good morning, everybody. It's our final day on board. Oh, I'm steaming up. Wipe the lens, wipe the lens. Haven't actually tried a main dining room breakfast yet. Time to rectify that. Breakfast is served in Finn's main dining room. We haven't eaten here yet. You're going to say to me, Jamie, there are no tablecloths. Nice table again. And here's what's on offer for breakfast in the main dining room. This is the lighter fare, your beverage, and those all-important mains. Margaritaville lighthouse with a view. Our server just asked me if I was on a diet. Like, hello, have you seen me and what I've been eating? We have a pastry basket. Yes. Mother has eggs Benedict. I've got an omelette with onion and peppers, a couple of hash browns. So this is a true American cruise line, and the girls were saying to me, you're not going to be getting tomatoes and mushrooms and sides like that here. In case you're wondering where my veggies are, there are none. All right, my summary of breakfast in the main dining room. I think it was largely successful. The only thing I'd say is maybe fewer options than on other cruise lines in terms of the menu. And the huge controversy that is no tablecloths. Well, a couple points about that. The tables are very well set. Tables themselves, they've got patterns. Beautiful. What else should I say about the tables? We're also saving the environment. You understand that, don't you? I don't have a problem with it personally. I do like the look and feel of Finn's restaurant as well. Ours, by the way, up there for suite guests and those with the dining package. Sorry about that. I still like it down here though. Ooh, it's another Scotcho day. But what's taking place around the ship on this sea day? Let's find out. Well, first of all, tonight's dress suggestion is tropical resort wear. I got you covered for that. And that daily schedule. If you are on board, what would you be getting up to today? Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And evening time heading into the early hours. Worth mentioning, now that we've been on board for 5 days, our wait times for drinks in whatever bar we visited have been minimal. The girls have already done main dining room breakfast, and again this morning walked straight in. Of course, one of the benefits about having your dinner at Islands, again, straight in, straight to your table, and efficient service. Okay, the girls and I have been invited to the bridge for a private tour, as organised by the fabulous manager of the concierge lounge, Diana. Not allowed to film up there, I completely understand that, but we are allowed to take pictures on our visit. I will feature some of those for you. Here we are in the concierge lounge, gonna grab a coffee before we head up to the bridge. We're walking to the bridge. If you're a maritime geek or somebody who would love to know about the daily mechanics and running of a cruise ship, well, a bridge tour may well be for you. The girls and I found this a fascinating experience. We heard from some of the officers on board, and you are more than welcome to ask questions and then have your pictures taken. And yes, I've got you covered for how to experience this yourselves. Thank you so much to the Margaritaville at Sea crew for organising that tour for the girls and I. Much appreciated. It was fascinating, and I feel educated enough to be able to drive this ship now. I'm the captain now. There were 2 behind-the-scenes tours available on this particular cruise. If this is something you'd really like to do, I'd highly recommend you head straight to reception/guest services as soon as you board and book your experience. It's 11 in the morning on this sea day, and as you can see, plenty of loungers still available. It's another beautiful, if not muggy, day. I love the poolside table and chairs. Fabulous. Jimmy Buffett concert on the big screen, as usual this time of day. I really thought it would be much busier up here on a sea day. Maybe everyone's nursing hangovers, and the kids. Let's try out the Mexican Cutie Cantina. Choose your base, your protein, your toppings, and help yourself to items from the salsa bar. There's also a refreshment station right next door. And there we have my pork tacos with all the trimmings, every sauce going. I must say, these look very good, and the kind of food I love to shove down my neck. Those tacos were surprisingly delicious. The pork was very succulent and flavoursome. I had all the toppings going. The winner though was that salsa roja, the red sauce. It had ultimate fire and flavour. And all included in your cruise fare. Oh my goodness, look at the towel art today. Yes, I love it. Oh, we also have something about disembarkation information. I'm not ready to talk to you about disembarkation information. We'll do it later. And would you look at that? My lovely cabin attendant has switched on the television and popped it on the channel needed for all information about disembarkation. Do you fancy coming wine tasting with me? little thing? No? Right, in we go for our wine tasting. We've got bubbles to start. Yes. Salt. Wow. There's a lot to get through. I've never heard this song played on a violin. I think it suits it. Wow, we've been served all sorts of seafood and fish delights, which I can't have, but I appreciate it and it looks awesome. Mother can have mine. Cheers to the quality of people. There's two over there.
It's our best accompaniment for the short rib tacos with the hint of cherry chili, chocolate.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you.
So we'll get into it. Quickly watch me here. I just want you to squish it around. I like both, but what we'll do when we do the second red, the front of your gums or front of your teeth. That's exactly the face I was looking for. You lay wine on its side, okay, is so that the liquid comes in contact with the cork. When the liquid comes in contact with the cork, it creates a better seal and doesn't let air seep in. You're gonna age the wine, you lay it on its side, you let the liquid come in contact with the cork, that creates a better seal.
That is an impressive cheese
The way I look
plate.
at it is you have, that's because back in the day, when you had your kings and emperors that were tasting wine, and they might have gotten a wine from a different emperor in a different country, they're actually hitting the glass because if it was poisoned, then the particles would come up and they'd be able to see it. And so,
Well done to Anthony, the Vice Hotel Manager, for leading that wine tasting session so beautifully. He was very knowledgeable, very informative. In fact, some of the information he spoke about I've never heard before at a wine tasting event. Also, we didn't realize this is the first time they've ever offered that kind of event. So it was a trial. There were about, I say, 25 of us there, and the unanimous decision was, please do go for it, Margaritaville at Sea. I think if they were to lead that session formally, it would possibly be a perk for suite guests, but also a paid event for everyone else. So thank you so much for the invite. We absolutely loved it. Cheers to you lot. It's 3:50 in the afternoon, and in the adults only area, I spy a lot of free loungers. Alrighty, back here at the adults only area of the ship, the Tiki Bar and Grill, there are two more paid dining options and adults only. This is the Tiki Grill, and on the other side of the bar we have Island Eats. If you have the dining package, you'll have a $25 credit to use here. You've got to use it all in one go, having said that. So this is the menu for Island Eats and the menu for the Tiki Grill. Good to have these extra options, in my humble opinion. I'm so sorry I haven't actually sampled the food at those grills. The thing is, I really can't manage any more food. Maybe I'll need to book and come back on board. That's what else I'm sad about. Not trying a meatball supreme sub from my beloved Margaritaville coffee shop. Oh, and did I mention ice cream on tap? Alright, so tonight is indeed tropical night, and I think I've got the perfect outfit for it. And what a beautiful evening it is indeed. We had rain forecast, never materialized. Right folks, I am all packed. Gotta be done at some point. Alright, checked bags, need to be outside your cabin by 10 p.m. the night before disembarkation. Are you ready for this? Time to head out. Right, off to meet the girls in the Havana bar. Love, love, love this bar. Look, towel art on display in the flip-flop bar. That's so cool. Can you believe I'm back in the theatre, babies? Yes, the second show I'm gonna watch. I never do this. Caribbean theme tonight, I believe. I've said it before and I'll say it again. No, nothing to do with my legs. I love a theatre where you've got tables. I love it. Cheers, everybody. Well, that looks a bit dodgy from this angle, to be honest with you. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Here we go.
Say no more, get on the floor.
Oh, we've got our favourite table. We love this table. Kiss the table. Mwah. Alrighty, last dinner menu. What the devil would you have? There are multiple things here I think I'd have. And the sweet menu. So much choice. Oh, these espresso martinis are strong AF. Delicious. Alright, starters have arrived. Crab cake for mother. I mean, I can't believe this is a starter. Loaded mac and cheese for me and Miss Melissa. Well, as far as Moorish goes, that is a Moorish dish. The only critique from me is the brisket burnt ends. As you can see, there's only 2 bits and they ain't burnt. Spanish bean soup next. It looks more like a cocaliqui. Look how it glistens and gleams. I've just found some beans, thankfully. That was the kind of soup that makes me feel like I'm on some sort of health kick with all that veg and all those beans. Very hearty, actually. Nice. What have you got, Miss Melissa?
I got the beef Wellington and the short ribs.
And short rib. Uh-oh, it looks like a chocolate cake. I went with the vegetarian thali. I have to say, it's huge and it smells awesome. Anon, our server, has brought me some chili oil as well. He knows I like it spicy. Final dessert of the trip. Melissa has the raspberry conundrum. Gonna be alright. Oh, Margaritaville at sea. You've treated us so well. You really have. Night time out on the open deck. So I just wanted a quick peek to see what the lighting was like.
You've got a chance, it's not gone.
I'm gonna miss the girls, I'm gonna miss the crew, I'm gonna miss the ship. Hey Bubba, how you hanging? Alrighty, I've had my bill delivered. Let's check out the damage. Well, for your information, the service charge is $20 per person per day. If you're in a suite, it's $24 per person per day. As you can see, I've spent $164.38. And for transparency purposes, as I said in part 1, in case you missed it, Margaritaville at Sea gifted me a drinks and dining package, in case you're wondering why my bill is so low. All right, that all-important debarkation information. First of all, you need to be out of your staterooms/cabins by 8 a.m. I think that's very fair. Guests will begin to debark the ship at 7:15 a.m. with the last guest debarking the ship at 9 a.m. I wonder if that'll be us. Self-assisted checkout, meaning you're going to carry off your own luggage, will begin at 7:45 a.m. If you're looking for luggage assistance, you're going to place a collared tag on your luggage and pop it outside your cabin by 10 p.m. You'll then collect it from the cruise terminal when you disembark. For guests utilising that service, your disembarkation will start at approximately 8:15. No table service breakfast tomorrow on disembarkation day. We have the Mexican Cantina, Port of Indecision buffet and coffee shop available. If you have priority debarkation, like I have, like suite guests have, you can actually leave the ship as early as 7:15 a.m. We won't be getting off quite that early. I think that all sounds pretty straightforward, to be honest. We'll see how it works in practice tomorrow. On that note, it's a good night from me, mwah, and a good night from Bubba. He loves you all, by the way. It's day 6 already, time to disembark. Good morning, everybody. We are back in Tampa, Florida. It's disembarkation day. It's time for our ritualistic farewells out of the cabin by 8 a.m. My bedroom, can I just say, you are such a comfy mattress. Duvet not too heavy, nice comfy pillows, slept well. Oh, and by little Bubba. Thanks Vasile for my lovely welcome. I've left it on all week. High lively coloured bathroom. I won't miss these colours so much, but shower, hot and power. Bye 8192. Right, how busy is this gonna be? Not too bad at all actually, folks. One more life course. Alrighty, it is 8:50. There has been a tannoy for all remaining guests to sling it up.
We're gonna do the last and final call.
Okay, not many people in front of us. We've got to zap out. Here we go. I'm off. I don't know. Right, my bag is the last one here in zone 3. Hey baby. Once you've collected your luggage, it's facial recognition time, otherwise known as immigration. It was a breeze. And now, taxi. Lots of taxis here waiting at the cruise terminal. About 25 minutes later and $35, we are here at the Marriott Tampa International Airport. I've actually got a day pass since my flight isn't until 6:30, so I can use all of the facilities. I think it was $50. I don't know what I'm gonna... I think Melissa's gonna lose her shit if I keep singing Jimmy Buffett songs. First thing you will be welcomed with here, the Kawa coffee roasters. Priorities and reflections. Indeed, is this the cruise line for us? Is it the cruise line for you? Mother and Miss Melissa.
Yes.
You know what is great about this? The fact that you can give your opinions on Margaritaville at sea and people don't just have to listen to me going on. So I'd love to know what the positives were for you.
We were not hashtag gifted anything, so we paid for all of it. The positives for me, there were a lot of positives. I actually have quite a great affection for Margaritaville at sea. It's kind of like the little cruise line that could. The positives for us, we got a huge suite with a corner balcony at the aft of the ship that was beautiful for the price that we pay for a balcony on any other ship.
And that included some amenities like
did.
priority embarkation, free soda and water,
Concierge.
reserved seating at
Yes.
the shows. So it had some perks along with, not a ton of perks compared to other cruise lines. Not that we've done suites, but
Right.
certainly was good value.
I'd echo that in terms of me as a solo passenger. I did pay for my ticket, even though I got some perks. I paid $740, which I think is exceptional value for a solo passenger.
We paid about $3,000 again for a suite with a separate living room, bedroom,
Huge balcony.
huge balcony that wrapped around the aft of the ship. We could have never afforded that on any other cruise line. This was our first and probably only suite. Negatives about that particular suite: the Wi-Fi didn't work in the bedroom, and as a woman of a certain age who needs Arctic AC, our AC was lukewarm at best.
Yeah, especially in the bedroom.
And I found a lot of areas of the boat, maybe because it was incredibly hot out, to be kind of lukewarm at best. I would like more air conditioning. That was a negative for me.
It seemed like midship was cool, but fore and aft were several degrees warmer.
Yes.
I can say, in terms of my breezy balcony, it was breezy. I had good AC there, so
You were midship.
Yeah.
I was midship. You're correct.
When you
Absolutely.
cross the line at those elevator shafts, you would feel the temperature.
Yeah.
Don't cross the line.
Those were some sort of strange heat barrier, those elevator shafts.
So maybe anyone considering sailing with Margaritaville at sea needs to do a little bit of research on which cabins have the best AC.
I would say that.
Okay.
Do research on your cabin.
Could you talk to us a little bit about service levels and food?
That exceeded my expectations.
Absolutely.
We had done some research, and we had heard that the food was good quality but pretty basic. And that was not what we found, particularly in the main dining room where we had most of our meals. That was not only good quality, but some of it was, something that you would not get someplace else. And, would be a little bit exciting, like some of the dishes. And so the food quality was as good or better than a lot of the other lines we've been on, which really did surprise me.
I'd like to be controversial at this point and say the three of us agreed the quality of food and the choice of food was better than what we had on Cunard.
The menu was better than Queen Mary.
It was, I would say, significantly better than Cunard. I'm sorry, Cunard, I still love you, but actually better than most lines that we have been on. We are celebrity girlies. Their food is amazing. And this was as good as Celebrity most of the time.
Yeah, I'm going to concur with all of that. I found the food to be better quality than, I'd say, a significant number of cruise lines I've sailed with.
Yeah.
For food, the buffet was somewhat limited.
Yeah.
The
We didn't
buffet
use
was-
it much, but it was not a lot of variety on the buffet. The food that was there was fine. It just wasn't as much selection as you would expect on a buffet. But then there were also some good other options like the cheeseburger in Paradise, which probably has the best cheeseburgers and fries at sea.
Best
Yes.
fries at sea, hands
Agreed.
down.
And the
Frank and Lola's.
Frank and Lola's pizza was very good quality pizza. The Mexican cutie was good too. I only got to eat there once, but that was good.
Yeah, the tacos were good. And of course we had specialty dining at the steakhouse.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, the specialty dining, or for Americans, specialty dining, wasn't any better than the main dining room. And I mean that as a compliment to the main dining room, not a slam to
absolutely.
the specialty dining.
And what about service levels?
The service seemed to be relatively quick.
Yeah, I don't think we waited for anything. And the boat was full.
Yeah.
It was at capacity. And I don't think that we waited for anything.
No.
We didn't wait for drinks. We didn't wait to get into the restaurant. Nothing. I thought service was fantastic.
And
Yeah, I
very
felt-
friendly,
Yeah.
Yeah,
very attentive. Everybody, knew our names.
yeah,
Made an effort to know our names.
yeah.
I'd like to intervene at this point for those of you who are now triggered by Melissa calling the ship a boat.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
apologize. Yes, I don't think Jesus can help anyone now. I'd just like to apologize in advance. Please don't comment on that. One more question for you.
Okay.
Margaritaville at Sea, I think, comes with a certain reputation as a party ship and not for everyone. What would your comments be on that?
My comments would be, the party's there if you want it, but we found a lot of quiet spaces. I don't think any of us actually is the type to look for a loud, raucous party.
No.
And we found quiet spaces everywhere, every night. I think the party is certainly there in those other spaces.
And even when we went to where the party was going on, like in the flip-flop bar, it wasn't like raucous, fights breaking out kind of party. It was just people having... And I do think that's one of the things they did well with, like, so we didn't talk about entertainment, but entertainment was actually fun. It was and they
great
did
fun.
things where they brought the entertainers from bar to bar, like in a little traveling show to get people involved, and that added a party feel. And I don't mean just everybody getting blasted.
I said to you, didn't I, that for someone like me with a very short attention span, pop-up entertainment is perfect because it lasts for about 8 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then off again.
Yeah,
Pop-up entertainment's great, actually.
yeah, it was fun. It made you want to go see the shows.
And you did see the shows.
For the first time ever, we watched an entire show
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
because
We
they
did
were
not
fun.
sit at the back and skitter out. We made it through entire shows twice. which says a lot.
I think one thing that came across loud and clear as the week progressed as well is that the crew are very cognizant that this is a new cruise line and they are looking to trial things and make improvements. They were really happy to hear guest feedback. So I'm excited to see where they go from here. Well, we know they're introducing a third ship as well, so let's see. Would you sail with Margaritaville at sea again?
Yes, we were already looking at the website last night for other cruises.
There you are, folks. You heard it right here, right now, with my Ohio girls. You don't need to know my opinion now. Thank you so much. It's been lovely sharing the last couple of weeks with you as well.
You too.
Mucho apreciado. And just like that, the girls are off. Bye, girls. Me personally, I loved Margaritaville at sea, and I'm as surprised as the next person. I really don't think I'm a target audience at all. And that's the thing, they know their target audience and they cater for them very well. I just thought it was so relaxed, so chilled, no dress codes. It's your holiday, you do it your way. I'm a fan of that attitude, I really am. Really enjoyed the food, love the service, friendly staff. They do actually say arrive as guests, leave as friends. And I felt that. Loved my breezy balcony cabin, all the blues, sort of beach vibey, holiday vibey. The aircon worked perfectly in my cabin, as did the Wi-Fi. Will I sail with Margaritaville at sea again? You're damn right I will. And until the next time, there's always something on that horizon. Royal Caribbean. Thanks for watching this series and for your support as we now head towards 43,000 subscribers. Today's shout-outs go to my gorgeous Tiers 3, 4 and 5 patrons. Yes, you too could become a patron. Just search patreon.com/travelblogjamie. For your personalised video messages, just search cameo.com/travelblogjamie. Don't forget we can follow each other on Facebook, Jamie W. Robbins, Instagram @travelblogjamie, and of course right here, right now on YouTube.